Hello everyone, Chocolo here for another video review. This time we have Wedels, or Wedels, I think it's Wedel. Supreme Jaffa Cakes, orange and raspberry. And you can see there, raspberry. Some raspberries there. There's some oranges, and orange there. So there you go. So basically, Polish company, Wedel. I'm sure it's Wedel. Obviously spelled with a W, so to English people, English-speaking people, you probably say Wedel, but I'm quite sure W's are pronounced V's in Polish. I've reviewed some of their chocolate before, or I've bought some of their chocolate before. I think I've reviewed some, I'm not sure. I keep meaning to do that now, review them as well, but because it's been so hot in the UK, I've just not been able to do it. And yeah, but basically, yeah, quite sure Polish chocolate. So you get them in the international food sections of various supermarkets. Really good as well, and there's a lot cheaper than the UK counterparts generally for their chocolate and things. So it's quite nice actually. Yeah, so they basically do their own take on Jaffa Cakes. Now I've just reviewed a couple, well, did I review regular Jaffa Cakes? Not sure, but I reviewed the lemon and lime Jaffa Cakes recently. There's a few talk in the comments about various different types of Jaffa Cakes. I think someone was saying about Polish ones and things that are available in some places. Not these ones, as I say, but since I had these already, I thought, well, what a good time to, strike while the iron's hot and stuff like that. So here we go. Yeah, so interestingly, I've got the, don't really look too similar to the UK Jaffa Cakes in the packaging at least. Quite an interesting one. Yeah, you don't really get many other than sort of supermarket own brands Jaffa Cakes. You don't really get any other companies in the UK making them. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I just think McVitie Jaffa Cakes just have the market to themselves, I guess. But obviously in Poland it's a different matter. So we've got these Polish ones. Yeah, still called Jaffa Cakes, so it's not, mustn't be a trademark from McVitie's. They look quite nice, quite fruity these ones, I think you'd say. And then obviously the strawberry ones, the raspberry one, sorry, as well look quite nice and a bit different as well. Don't think I've ever seen a raspberry one by McVitie's at least. Anyway, well maybe there was one once, but limited edition. So they do look very nice. So yeah, and you can see as well they've got this sort of special way of opening them. Presumably you just pull this tab, and it opens across. So that's quite nice. I like that. I think in the UK Jaffa Cakes come in a cardboard box generally, so you open them at one end. Yeah. So let's see. So yeah. So description here. It says sponge cakes with orange jelly in dark chocolate. So it's dark chocolate. I think it might be milk chocolate, the UK one, I'm not sure. Then the raspberry one, sponge cakes with raspberry jelly in dark chocolate. It's 52% raspberry jelly, it says. 52% orange jelly in this one. You see there sort of hints at what they might look like on the inside there. And you can see there as well, the back has got the sort of Wedel writing on the back of them. So they look quite nice. So it does actually have English as the sort of seemingly primary language on these, so perhaps these are the English imported versions, I guess, or meant for the English market maybe, or I don't know. Right, so there we go. So look, I think the packaging is really nice. It looks very fruity, doesn't it? You can clearly see the raspberries on this. Looks really nice. I quite like the sort of blue centre and the very pinky raspberry colours there. Gives you good insights to the insides there as well. Looks perhaps a bit too pink on the inside there, but yeah, and the orange one the same, very orangey. Looks really nice, even more orangey than the UK one, I think, Jaffa Cakes. They don't have that much orange feature. It's more just a blue box. Might be an orange on it somewhere, but this one clearly. And on the back as well, you got this sort of like nice orange stripe, which is nice. Yeah, and again, pink stripe on this one. Very nice. So calorie wise, let's have a look. So again, let's see. Just say, but it's just a bit scrunched. I think it says per cake. I think this is per cake. 51 calories, 1 gram of fat, 0.6 of which is saturates. And the raspberry one, 51 calories, 1 gram of fat, 0.6 of which is saturates. So exactly the same. So maybe it's just flavouring. I'm not sure. Does it say flavoured? Raspberry jelly it says, so I don't know. Not necessarily say it's flavouring. Yeah, and then the description says again, sponge cakes with raspberry jelly, 50% in dark chocolate. I imagine this will say the same, except with orange. Sponge cakes with orange jelly, 52% in dark chocolate. So yeah, it says raspberry and orange jelly, so... Okay, let's give it an open, so we can open them this way, let's see what happens. Okay. It's quite nice, but it doesn't seem to go all the way to the end. And you can reseal it, so I quite like that. Yeah, if you saw that, so you can just open it, like a foil top there, you can just reseal it, and yeah, I quite like that. That's quite nice. And how many do you get in a box? In a box, a bit hard to tell like this far. It's a bit hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get 10 in a box. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 10 in the box. So it's sort of like a bit of air here, basically. You do get a bit of a, there's a good gap at the sides, really. You could fit another 2 in, I would have said. So you can see here, the first one's there. So you've got all this box at the side here where my thumb is, of nothing. So yeah, a bit disappointed with that. It does have a bit flourished as well. So really, you kind of Jaffa Cakes from here to here where my 2 fingers are. So you're clearly missing a good 2 to 4 Jaffa Cakes that you could fit in there. And funny how these ones are called Jaffa Cakes as well, because Jaffa's, I'm quite sure it's a type of orange. And these ones have raspberry in, so yeah. Okay, let's take them out. So they come out quite easily, they just pop out. Even though the hole isn't as wide as the cake itself, but it seems to be designed well enough to allow them to just push out. It's quite nice. Let's put them to one side. So you can see they look quite nice as well. Nice filling. Smell quite nice. Can't remember which one's which now. They have a nice smell. This one's the raspberry, I think. This one's the orange, and they've got the Wedel sign on the back. Not quite centred in this one's case. They have a nice consistency to them, and they feel quite nice. And even though it's hot, they've not melted even like the UK ones last week I reviewed. And the signature looks quite nice as well, actually. It just seems to be, there you can see it's not just indented, but it's coloured as well somehow. Seems to be. I quite like that. It looks nice. It's a shame it's not quite centred or the same in each one, but Jaffa Cakes a bit like that. You can see it's not the things off centre as well. So let's give them a cut. That's not the sharpest in the world. Cut quite well. So you can see the jelly. No, I mean this. I mean, okay. So clearly here, the jelly centre looks pretty much exactly the same on both, and in neither case is it anything like anything like that or that. It's nothing like those whatsoever. I'm quite sure this is the raspberry one, and there's no hint of it being raspberry. Like even when I shine it in the sun there, it doesn't come as being red or pink or anything. So I think that's a bit misleading, to say the least. It's not good, I don't think. I think UK Jaffa Cakes are the same. I don't think they have any. I think they look the same, but I don't think it has a sort of cross-section picture on the front of it being so wrongly represented, I think, on the front. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, and it clearly looks different as well. I mean, it's not quite. It doesn't dome as much as this one either. This one like domes up like that. This one's quite sort of plateaus at the top, doesn't it? So yeah, very bit. I don't know. I'm not happy with that. I think the packaging's good other than that, but it's just very much misrepresented. Okay, so I didn't measure them, did I? Sure, they're both the same measurements. Let's just give. So you can see this one here is actually a bit more centred. Look at that, it looks a bit more centred. Actually, look a bit better when they're off centre, I think. But yeah, let's give it a quick measure. So roughly the diameter is about 5.6 centimetres. So it's probably about the same. Yeah, about 5.5 at the top. Height wise, well, including the dome bit, roughly it's about 1.5, 1.6. No, I'm pretending I lie there actually. About 1.4, 1.5, yeah, something like that. It's hard to judge. Yeah, they're both I'm quite sure they're both exactly the same size, pretty much. So here's an orange one and a new one, yeah. So I don't think there's any reason to measure them both. Not very accurate either measurements with these ones, but there we go. So let's lift up. Hello. Okay, so let's give them a taste. So I'm not sure which one's which, but we'll find out. I think quite sure it's the raspberry. Quite sure it's the orange one. So again, no, I'm not. You know, you can clearly see there's just no hint of the colour orange or pink in there at all. It's not just me. I mean, let's try scooping a bit out. Well, if I want to scoop a bit out, said that. Could be doing a bit of a disservice there, because when I've scooped it out a bit there and took the chocolate, you can clearly see it does come across as orange actually. So it's just that must be a bit of a trick of the camera there. Yeah, you can clearly see on top as well. It is orange, so I was probably doing a bit of a disservice there. So we'll try. This is the. Just try it with the thingy. Yeah, I think I was probably being a bit harsh actually. So if I take away the chocolate, yeah, it doesn't work like it does on the front of the packet, but there is clearly it's just the so they can clearly see actually there. Look, so yeah, so it does actually have that colour to it. You just need to take away the chocolate a bit. From the top, and then it comes out. So okay, so I was being a bit harsh there, but it didn't. But when you cross-sectioned it, it clearly didn't come out across that way, did it? So you have to like do that to get it to get to see it. But okay, so I was a bit harsh there, so I apologise. But there we go. But it didn't look like that just from cross-sectioning it like that. You had to really peel the top off to get to it. Okay, so I've dissected those ones. I've got a couple of fresh ones here, so let's give these a taste. This is the orange one. Well, the cake itself doesn't taste, I don't think, as nice as the UK ones. There's a different taste though. It tastes a bit more powdery. And the orange itself tastes slightly different, but still quite nice, quite refreshingly orangey. Probably more authentically orange, I think. Not sure if they're as nice or not. They're different. Have just a different taste in all respects. Let's try the raspberry one. Fruit itself is an odd one. It tastes a bit more like a sort of, but it tastes a bit more authentic really, fruit-wise. I have to say, they're more of an adult biscuit, these ones, I would say. More an adult cake. I don't think kids would like these as much as the McVitie's, McVitie's counterparts. Because I think they're just a bit more, the fruit is a bit less false. It's a bit more of a proper fruity taste, a bit more of a subtle one. More you're probably getting, say, a sort of like a chocolates in say a Thornton's chocolate selection, something a bit more aimed at adults. Thornton's is a UK chocolate company. It just tastes a bit more like that rather than a sort of false fruit taste. And the cake itself as well, again, tastes a bit sort of more, a bit less, I don't know, a bit, what's the word, just not sweet, I guess. It just tastes a bit more subtle. So I've just got a big chunk of the orange here, so here's the orange, just from that one I dissected before, so that's yeah, it does more like jelly, really. It's got the wobbly, the raspberry one here. Bit of chocolate on it. And it's good that you can eat, so you can dissect them like this and just take out the gel. I don't think you could do that with the UK ones. Again, not an overly strong taste of raspberry and orange. Just quite subtle again. As I say, in the cake, got a big sort of chunk of cake here. It does taste, as I say, very dry. It's a lot drier than the UK one. A lot more crumbly. If I sort of take it, could probably sort of, let's see if I can just crumble it. You see, it just crumbles. So it's a lot more, it's a lot drier than the UK one as well. So it's very different. It's not the same biscuit at all, or cake rather. And for those you don't know, the reason why, in the UK at least, they proved that Jaffa Cakes were a cake, not a biscuit, because they went soft. Because biscuits go soft when you leave them, and cakes go hard. And the Jaffa cake, when you leave it, goes hard basically. At least the UK ones do. So I'm assuming these ones will as well. Yeah. So the chocolate's quite nice. Again, perhaps got a bit of a chunky bit of chocolate here on one of them. Similar-ish chocolate to the UK ones. It's like sort of crackly, crumbly taste. Not bad. They're just different. They're just different. They are completely different than the UK ones. Really, the chocolate's probably the most similar section. So the cake is a lot drier. Hard to say if it's as nice or not. They're just different. I don't think they quite appeal as much as the UK ones. The UK ones are very much sort of, as I say, probably a bit more, you know, a bit more stronger flavours. Probably, I don't know if they've got flavours or whatever in the flavourings added or whatever, but you know, the seems to be a bit more. The orange seems to be a bit more, have a sort of typical orange taste, whereas this one's a bit more subtle. You know, that's the raspberry one. That's the orange one there. Yeah. Just the taste a bit more subtle, a bit less stereotypically or flavoured orange taste. You know, it's a bit more just subtle. A bit like having a block of jelly. When I was younger, I used to eat these blocks of jelly before you, which I mean Jello if you're from the US. You know, before you added water to it or whatever. I used to just eat the blocks of jelly. It's a bit like eating those, really. Yeah. It is a bit like eating those. And you always were the taste. I seem to remember. I don't know. I'm quite. I thought the taste would be a bit stronger when eating those blocks of jelly, but perhaps not. You know, maybe you need water to release the flavour a bit more. But it's a bit like that. It's as if they've just sort of sliced a bit of those pre-jelly sort of blocks and put them in here. Yeah. So yeah, so hard one to know whether I recommend them or not, because they're just different. They're a bit less sweet. Yeah. I'll say they're just a bit sort of. I'll say the cake is more crumbly. The filling is a bit less less false tasting, I guess you would say. There's a sort of different taste to it, and the chocolate itself is probably quite the most similar thing. But yeah, different. So just different, just a different sensation, different set of tastes, different experience completely. And I think I was immediately put off by the cake being a bit sort of crumbly and not quite as. That's the bit that really sort of that will affect you the most. The cake, because it is just a lot crumblier. That's the bit I think that'll make or break it for you whether you like it or not, really. So I mean, I think for me, I probably would go for the McVitie's Jaffa Cakes. I think just because of that cake part. I think the cake is just a bit that's not quite right for me, but it's still nice though. It's different again, a different type of Jaffa Cake than the UK McVitie's ones. So well worth a try, but it isn't just the same with a different flavour, or exactly the same in the orange case. They are completely different, so you know, bear that in mind. But I think for me, I think both of them are 3.5, but a high 3.5 out of 5. I think. I think the UK ones are probably a 4 out of 5 for me. Yeah, but they are nice, as I say, do have a place. But I think I just prefer the UK ones because of the cake. But these are not too far behind, and it's nice to have different flavours as well. I don't know if they do other flavours, but the raspberry ones are a nice change, and yeah. I appreciate those. Yeah, I think they're not too bad. But yeah, I think the UK ones just slightly pip them for me, just because of the cake, and maybe probably the flavouring is a bit more prominent as well in the UK ones. But these are not far behind, and as I say, they are different again. So they're not just a same thing, but with different flavours, which is refreshing. So there we go. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me just to subscribe on my videos. Follow me on Instagram as well, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. See you later. Have a good day. Bye.